Math scholars, welcome again to Dext Maths Tutors. So good to have you. Today we're moving to a new topic still under arithmetic progression, series. Series basically is the addition of the nth term of a sequence. So for example, if I ask you, get me the seventh term of a sequence, and if I ask you for the sum of the first 7 terms, that's just series, simply put. Now let's try and derive the formula like we always do. To derive the formula, let's start with the same set of numbers we used when we're dealing with sequence. Now, one of the things we want to do is I want you to add this forward and add this backward. So we have 1 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13. Right? If we decide to add it backward, we have 13 plus 9 plus 5 plus 1. If we add this, we have 1 plus 13 will give us what? 14. 5 plus 9 will give us what? 14. 9 plus 5 will give us what? 14. 13 plus 1 will give us what? 14. We are going somewhere. Now, how many terms do we have? T1, T2, T3, T4. Ordinarily, we can say T4. If you decide to add this, we have 13 plus 9 plus 5 plus 1 to give us 28. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you add this, these are 4 terms of a sequence. It will give us 28 ordinarily. I would not want to represent this with T so that you will not confuse 13 and 28. So let me represent it with what? S. S. Sum. S. Do you understand? So adding it up, we have 28. Now, I decide to rewrite this in a way that will make it simpler for you. Now, when we added it vertically, we had what? 14, 14, 14, 14. Adding it horizontally, we have what? 28. We have 28. So the sum of the first 4 terms of this sequence is 28, 28. And I said as against representing it with what? With, let's say, Tn, like we usually do for sequence. For this series, let's represent it with S, sum. Right? So the sum is 28, 28. So we can say that how many 14s do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say 4 14s, right? Equals to what? This is 28, 28, but let's use S. S plus S, we have what? 2S. Do you understand? Do you understand? Right? So let's move. So this is 2 and this is S. We can, if we want to make S subject of formula, we can say, let me write it, 2S equals to 4 14ths. You know how we got this, right? Then we can say our S equals to 4 into 14 over 2. I hope you understand how we got it up to this level. Now, somebody will want to ask me, where did this 14 come from? Simply, it is just the sum of the first and the last term. 1 plus 13, 13 plus 1. Of course, every other addition in between, once we pair it from the other 2 ends, we give you 14. But for the sake of this, let's use the first and the last term. First and the last term. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if that is the case, if our first term, T1, equals to, this is T1, not T7, equals to A, let's use our last term, depending, to be equals to L, TL, the last term, let's just use last, equals to L. So I'm saying 14 is A plus L. 1 plus 13, 13 plus 1. The sum of those two will give us 14. And you can try this with any other set. It's the same. But like I said, the best thing is to get a formula that works for all. And we are trying to derive that. So we can say our S equals to 4 into, again, 1 plus 13, all divided by 2. Now, this can simply mean that, like I said, this is our first term, this is our last term. If we are working with the addition of just these 4. So we'll see our S equals to 4 into A plus our L. I said we should represent L as the what? As the last term. All divided by 2. Do you understand it? Now, I will tell you where the 4 came from. The 4 again is our N. Don't forget we used the 1, 2, 3, 4 series. This 4 is our N. So assuming we are working with 5 numbers, assuming we are looking for the first 5, you can try it. In fact, you should. First 5, you know the next number is 17. What would have had would have been 5 into. So that means the number of sequence we're adding together, number of terms we're adding together determines what number we have here. So that means whatever we have here, we can represent it as our n. So let's go on. From here, we can say that we have 4 into a plus l all divided by 2. So we can see our s now equals to, we already said our 4 is our n, the number of terms you are adding up together, divided by 2 into a plus l. So from here, we can say that our s, now don't forget that this l is the last term. And looking at our nth term, Tn equals to a into n minus 1d. If we're to replace this, our last term can be anything. It can be depending on the number of terms they ask you to add up. So let's replace that with this. We can say s equals to n over 2 into a plus a. Now I'm talking about this l. I'm expounding l. A plus n minus 1 into d. I know it's looking a bit complicated, but it is not that much. It's not too big. Our s equals to n over 2 equals to, if you open this bracket, since it's plus, nothing is going to change. So we have a plus n minus 1 d. Now this d affect only this n minus 1. So please let it remain like that. Don't mistakenly put a plus sign in between. So we can say our s equals to n over 2 into a and a. Since they are the same thing, we can add them up to have 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now this is the formula for series. This is the formula for the nth term of a series. Now don't forget where we started from. Started from real numbers. I just started to substitute letters for these things so that regardless of the numbers you're giving, you can work with something. It's that simple. This our 13 here is the last term. Don't forget we're working with T1, T2, T3, T4. I said if there is T5 here, this our 4 would have been 5. So this 4 here is what? Our n. Now this one here, first term. This 13, last term. Assuming it was 17, the 5th term, this one would have been 17. So we are saying that what if we are given a scenario where we're not giving the numbers? Let's translate it into letter, a standard formula that can work regardless of the number. And from there, we're able to generate this. So don't forget, sum of a series, the series, right? Sn equals to, let me put n here to make it easier. N. Sn equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. It is that simple. So in today's class, we'll not be solving any question, but in the very next class, we will check some simple question and then another Waec question just to help you understand better and prepare for your exams. See you in the next class.